Childhood dreams.
My childhood dreams?
Yep.
Well, the childhood dreams originally was probably, I come from a very, very well-knit family. On my mother's side, and my father's side. And
I'm the oldest of 8, and I was born before your grandmother was born. So just because I'm still here at Lasser, I'm not necessarily, 22-year-old chickadee. And back when in my younger day, by the time I was 10 and 12, I was helping out at home with my younger siblings. Mainly 2 brothers that we were 3 years apart. So by the time I was 13, 14, even though we were getting a small allowance, like 50 cents a week,
I'll just call transportation.
which was worth $5 back in that day time, I figured it was time enough for me to get out and earn my own. So we don't have the corner drugstores and stores now that we had back then. So every young person in the neighborhood could either get a job at one of the grocery stores or at one of the drugstores. So I went to the drugstore as a soda jerk, if you know what that is, where they had counters where you made serve sundaes and hot dogs and stuff like that. So I got a job there, and I was making...
When I was in Poland, curiosity was pushing me to find what in West they are teaching about Jesus Christ. Our information about religions was limited to almost zero because there was no books. Communists did not permit it to print religious books. We were reading books that were provided through on-the-ground work to Poland for our theological and spiritual formation that was very limited.
When did you come to the realization of what your dream was?
Probably not until I got to college. And, well, no, before that, because when I was in high school, I then decided I wanted to go to college. So I had 2 majors in high school, and one was business and one was college prep. And so then when I went into college, I had to decide what I wanted to do. And since the only real openings at that time for women were nurses, secretaries, and teachers, I decided I would prefer to be a teacher and teach business subjects in high school.
Did you face any obstacles as a child?
I can't say that I faced any obstacles. I mean, I wasn't always a good student when I was, especially in middle school. If I liked the subject matter, I would apply myself and do well. But if I didn't, there wasn't much that my parents could do to kind of motivate me. It was only when I was in junior high that I started to get self-motivated, and then I became a good student. But I don't think I faced any obstacles except my own lapses in motivation and focus.
I used to dream of being a nurse. In fact, I used to play being a nurse. I used to play being a nurse. I guess because I had surgery as a child and was carried into the operating room by a nurse. and I admired the nurse, and so I thought of being a nurse.
Okay. How did you went about pursuing that dream?
Well, eventually I became a nurse. I went to school and got a job working to help pay for my tuition to attend school for nursing, and became a nurse.
What's your personal legend?
When I was a young girl, I was very interested in science and math, and did very well in both. When I graduated from high school, I received a science medal, and I decided to pursue science in college. I wanted to be a physicist, and when I pursued the subjects in college, I found that they were much more difficult than high school. So I changed my mind.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Were you about to say something? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, when I changed my mind, different things happened in my life, and they happened rather rapidly. I met this young man, and we eventually got married and started a family, so I wasn't able to go back to college and finish my career. My husband decided he would like to go into business, in the grocery business, and that's what we pursued from that point forward.
Oh, really? Did you enjoy the grocery business?
Yes, we did. It was a lot of fun. You met interesting people, and you learned a lot about the business, a lot about what you didn't know, what you did know. And then once we were well established in the grocery business, we decided to buy the lounge next door. And we went into that business too. And it proved to be very profitable and very interesting.
You designed it, and like you would sew it and make it real?
I said it.
Oh, wow.
I designed it.
We had one more question. What was the other question? You made my mom's wedding dress?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, Mary, she made big names. Miss America.
That's what you wanted to be when you grew up, and you got to it?
I made one for the one,
Miss Michigan.
Miss Michigan.
And Ford. And Lee Iacocca's daughter, who was the
No,
CEO
the other one,
of
the one
Chrysler.
كانت طلعت ربحت في
Miss
السباق.
Michigan.
Miss Michigan, yeah.
And
I make her on
Yeah, Rhonda, we had one more question. What was it?
She bought the material.
Oh, yeah. Were there any obstacles that you had to overcome so you could become a dress designer?
Yes.
Like what?
Like to make
ماما no اسمعي شو بتقول لا لازم تسمعي يعني في اشي وقف الطريق اشياء يعني انه ما وصلتيش الدرجه quick enough او المطرح quick enough يعني
nothing around
لا ماما انت
استني بدي اقول لك
ماما لا انت جاوبي البنت
بدي اقول لك اللي كنت بدي اياه
ماما مش
حصلت عليه
في اشي ندمتي ما سويتي اشياء يا ريت غيرتي اشي هيك
No.
يعني did you always want to جوزي? Did you always want to
No,
get married?
ما كنتش بدي اتجوز.
She said that already. We're talking about the obstacles.
She never wanted to get married. She just wanted
The
to
class
have
and teach and do a lot of things different.
Then why'd you get married to Jiddo?
I don't know. Oh, you have my father. He wanted me to marry Jiddo.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. Okay.
Min største drøm var at blive stewardesse, så jeg kunne komme ud og rejse noget mere. Sidenhen, så kom jeg ud og rejse lidt mere. Jeg har været rundt omkring på Bali og Thailand og forskellige andre steder, men jeg har stadigvæk en drøm om at komme ud og se mere af verden. Men det er svært, når man ikke kan ret meget sprog, og det kan jeg jo desværre ikke.